But the law protects the animals that are here. Don't fool yourself. I'm telling you that right now. We can't get rid of dogs, cats, fish, birds.
When we register the pets, are they going to have to pay a fee to help pay for the extra cost?
No.
No. Of
Really?
course. No.
So we all have to.
Yes, your neighbors will all
Please,
pay.
there are other
Fair,
people
don't you dare.
that would like to talk. Judge, hand up.
Go ahead, Charlie.
All right, I live in 403 Bristol. Got a couple of questions. Now, you have a deadline. Suppose 100 people run out and get dogs, cats, they're safe, right?
No.
No, it's as of tonight.
You
You have a pet, but you have 2 weeks to register it. I'll go up there and stay all night if you can get all the people to come up tonight. I have no objection to that. I'm very flexible, you'll never need
I'll say one
a...
thing. You will not be able to enforce this law that you have about animals. Because this is hypothetical. I got a 3-foot boa constrictor up in my apartment. He dies, I go out and buy a new one, and when it gets dark, I put him in a bag and throw him out, and I got a new one, and nobody's gonna know about it. And that's the same thing that's gonna happen
Right.
all your pets.
Right.
Okay.
But Charlie, there's nothing we can do about it. The law protects them because previous boards did not enforce the law from 1980 until now.
Well, I don't know, when I came here, I was told no pets.
Right.
Okay.
But
that's
there
all.
are people who break laws all over the world. Lawbreakers are lawbreakers. We can't help them.
Okay, I've seen my deeds,
Yes.
that's all.
All right, I'm gonna close discussion now. I think we've been reasonable with the discussion.
Okay.
Anybody on the board have anything to say before we call the roll to vote?
No exceptions, correct? No, like if I'm old and feeble, I need this, my doctor says it will make me happy.
That's not true because the law protects that person.
No.
If there is
That's
a
special
medical,
needs, that's special
Oh,
needs.
special needs,
special
okay.
needs, a medical thing that is documented,
Special needs.
then I don't think we have any choice except to honor it.
Oh, I see. So long as they have a doctor's.
But it will be done on a case-by-case
The
basis.
law protects them. There is a law in the state of Florida that special needs,
Right, special needs. Now, I'm not talking blind or handy,
That's part of it.
I'm talking somebody elderly who this is like,
Called special needs.
special, that's
Yes.
considered.
yes.
Oh, all right.
And they would have to bring in the papers,
Right.
and they would have to have documentation. We have no choice but to accept it, of course.
Okay.
We're not gonna break the law to keep
No, I
condo
know.
law.
No, I know you would never do that.
Wayne had a bird for 10 noise and
What about all of them?
and laughed about it.
Leslie, can I bring up a non?
All right, I'd like to,
Talk to me after.
I'm gonna read the amendment to the declaration, which is currently on file in our River Shore condominium certificate rules.
Okay.
It's, yes, in the documents of the River Shores condominium. Article 7, and this is, Article 7 is amended to add a second paragraph as follows, and this goes back to May 12th of 1980. No animals or pets of any kind shall be kept in any unit or on any property of the condominium. The term animal or pet shall include, but not be limited to, dogs, cats, and birds. Residents who properly own or harbor a pet at the condominium at the time of the enactment of this amendment shall be permitted to keep and harbor said pet, provided, however, that upon the death or other removal of the pet, no replacement of the same will be allowed. In addition, guests and visitors may not bring pets into a unit or on the condominium property. That was the amendment that went in on May 12th of 1980, I believe. And this is what we are going to vote to reinforce.
Call the roll, please.
Nancy Feenan. Leslie Dean.
Reinforce it.
Harold Willard.
Reinforce it.
Dorothy Perry, reinforce. Tony Rubio.
No.
The vote is unanimous, so.
No.
4-1. Oh, sorry, 4-1. The vote is 4-1, and therefore the reinforcement will hold.
Would be adopted.
There will be a notice on the board for the people who have a pet. If you have one tonight, you will have 2 weeks from tonight to register it. We would appreciate a veterinary certificate or a picture, something that gives us a clue to the age of the pet and what the pet looks like.
What was the original order on that? This is only amendment. When it started, back in 1969?
In 1969, it said the same thing. It said the same thing, this was just a reinforcement of that.
This is
No.
this is an amendment to something.
1969,
It said no pets.
I don't know what it said.
The original document.
I do know in 1980.
No, the original document back in 1969 when
I
the
just
village.
told you I don't know. Then I really don't care.
Because if you're amending something, I
No,
mean,
we're not.
it
No, no,
just-
no. This is not amending it. We're not
Why are
changing.
we
We're not
discussing
amending, this is
this?
the amendment.
It's over.
Go someplace.
We're not done yet, folks. Sit down.
They told us to go.
Yeah,
They haven't adjourned yet.
just have it, please.
One of the pleasures of the night is to introduce the other 4 people who are running for the board. I think it's very appropriate that you see them and meet them. We invited them, and we want you to know what they look like. A lot of people ask me in the office who they are. I try to describe them, but it doesn't do too good. So first we'll start with Janice. This is Janice Forrester. Ready, is that how you say your name? And her resume is included in your brochure that you will get.
Shouldn't they say something?
When she voted.
No, she's The next candidate I see over here is Janet Bledsoe. And our next candidate is Maxine Furman. She's in the bathroom. Stand up there. And then Mr. Danker, Otto Danker. Hello. So now you know what these 2 people are, and so when you get your ballots, you'll know the people, and you'll have a picture in your mind. Janice is the only one who was lucky enough to have it on her resume. It was real cute.
This is Mr.
Okay.
Danker.
Any unfinished business?
Yes. I didn't do this to upset the board, but this morning I filed a complaint with the Bureau of Condominiums concerning some things I feel that you have been in violation for. It's nothing going to be serious. They're probably just going to ask you, and at the worst case, it will only be a letter of reprimand. It will be nothing more than that. I tried speaking, but whatever. The next thing, again, it really is just going to be a reprimand. It's nothing that serious.
Then why was it done?
No, they're going to ask, and then you're going to have to respond, and then they'll just tell you if they find that what I wrote was accurate, then they'll just tell you
What
don't
did
do it
you
again.
write?
I didn't have to get that.
I don't have the file in front of me.
You have no idea what the subject is?
Oh, it's several things I wrote.
Well, say one.
Different with the Myra, different. Why did you?
Because I've tried talking and I get nowhere.
You haven't been in the office for 10 months. How could you try talking to us? You never speak to us.
Well, that's because of you, Mrs. Dean. Anyway,
Hey, you don't do too good yourself, you know what I mean?
thank you, Mr. Dean.
You're welcome.
Bravo.
Yeah, bravo, you.
I'm sure you will.
Damn right, kid.
Damn right, says Mrs. Hahn.
You betcha.
Absolutely, says Mrs. Dean.
Oh, now they're gonna get even.
Oh, RPM.
Come on, people, cut it out.
Please, let him have his say. He's got that right. You may not
Wrapped up
like what
every
he's gonna
meeting,
say,
now
but
he
he's got
wants a blessing.
Please, he's got a right to say it.
Right. He has a right to say it.
Take it.
You bet.
Just like you have the right to say things to me, Mrs.
You
Hahn.
bet.
You bet yourself.
Absolutely.
But I'm gonna do it all legal.
That's all right.
All right, all right.
Hey.
Okay.
The next thing is, I need a complete and accurate list of all the unit owners, including their phone numbers. When may I get this?
Sunday.
Monday. I will have somebody come and pick it up. Concerning the election, I understand that some of these things have been handed out. I would be willing to volunteer, I guess if that's within the law, for the night of the election, since I'm not running on the board. I have been questioned with regard to the films I do, if I would make them publicly available. I don't know if anybody would be interested in seeing the board meetings. Yeah, it would put you to sleep, I'm sure. Make you laugh or make you cry. I would make them available. I don't know if there's anybody interested in seeing them. Guess not. I don't know if there's, let's see. I think I had a clicker from the association. I want to return that. No, that's all right. I don't need it because nobody's asked, knocked at my door for it. And I think that that's all the unfinished business unless any of you have. Oh, the condo docs, I'm going to hold on to them. I'll consider that my parting gift.
How can you do that? They cost $36.50 to everyone else. Why would you get a parting gift?
Well, after 7 years, I may need them for future
Then
reference.
buy a set like everyone else does.
Oh, how many sets do any of the other board members have?
I have one.
I'll tell you what,
bought.
Mrs. Dean, because it's important to you, I will return them.
All right, fine, it is important to me.
Fine, I will make sure you get them back
Thank you.
Monday. How's that?
That's fine.
Mrs. Dean, do you have any unfinished business with me? No. I asked Mrs. Dean. Excuse me.
We're still stuck.
You are out of order. You are out of order. I'm sorry. You are now out of order. The president has to gavel back. You are out of order.
I am a board member and I have the right to speak.
At the present moment, the president is asking you for the
Excuse me.
microphone back, and you are now out of order.
Okay, thank you for, and you've made that point. Mrs. Feeney, do you have any unfinished
Do I
business?
have any unfinished business?
With me.
Not that I know of. Tony.
Mrs. Dean, do you have any unfinished business with me?
No, I would just like to ask you what you wrote to the state. I mean, since you
I said
told
they're
me-
minor, no, I said it
No,
to you.
No, you said it to the
Why, are you worried?
constituents.
I could be
Of course
wrong.
not. Of course not. Why don't you
Mrs. Perry,
say?
do you have any unfinished business?
Get a life.
Yeah, Mrs. Feeney thinks I need to get a life.
Yes, other than this.
Other than, you better believe it, and I plan on it after April. I've done my time. Mr. Willard, do you have any unfinished business with me? Okay. Well, no, we sometimes do things in a roundabout way, so I just want to know if the board or River Shores or Middle River Club have any unfinished business with me. Yes.
If I had a problem with you, I would have voted you off the board to try to embarrass you. I never did these things.
Oh.
I have no problem with you. I don't maybe like what you got to say, but I say you got the right to say it. And I'll make sure that anybody, I may not like what they got to say, but they got the right to say it. But I don't do anything behind anybody's back.
Okay.
Now, if they